That's probably fine. We'll go in. I will say they've done an excellent job with the atmosphere in this game. Oh, algae.
An old diary.
Ooh, this is Diary of the Pastor's Wife, Volume 4. The pastor declared himself to be the prophet. He renounced God and worshipped a strange pagan entity with a monstrous appearance. His wife tried to reason with her husband, but in vain. He was convinced that he must listen to this voice in his head because it holds the truth. It's never a good sign. You can tell we're doing Lovecraft here because we are 30 seconds into this chapter and I'm reading to you. Okay, we're just going to make a circuit of the room here. Don't make this too complicated. What is that? Why does he have more than one? This right here, this is the essence of the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. We're poking around a dusty bookshop where a murder may or may not have occurred. Ooh, Handbook on Anatomy and Dissection, Book 2. As precise and illustrated with as much detail as the first volume, this book focuses on healing surgeries specific to malformations and motor disorders. Should be a lot of books in here for us to read. Apparently this is a library, hey, Algie? Biology, mythology. Ooh. Can we raise our occult in the mythology section? Perhaps? Yes! Breviary of Medicine. No, but we can raise our medicine skill. Even a few years back, it was possible for a single practitioner to know all the medical knowledge of his time. Doubtful. This book, which concludes the series, shows that this is now virtually impossible. About 10 renowned doctors took part in putting together this collection. You know what, folks? Just start with Galen and work your way forward. History of Darkwater. Here we go. A Puritan colony led by Reverend John Wickwood settled on the island during the 17th century. They named the island Darkwater because of the dark shades of the sea. Oh, okay. They believed it was because of the peculiar color of the rocks surrounding the island. They erected the first buildings, among which were the Hawkins Manor, the church, and the cemetery. The rare documents and handwritten notes they left spoke of nightmares and deviant behaviors. They disappeared at the beginning of the 18th century. Shades, perhaps, of Roanoke. My sinuses are very congested at this moment. It is not fun. It is making it quite difficult to speak. Let's check the next room. Lamp oil. No, we're full up on lamp oil. I can probably stop taking the lamp oil. Speaking of which, yeah, we do have a lantern, but we don't really need it in here. History of Darkwater, Volume 4. In the 19th century, as the American whaling industry reached its peak in the rest of the world, whales gradually disappeared from the waters surrounding Darkwater. This phenomenon appears even more mysterious because up till then the region was a favored refuge for cetaceans. In 1847, after months of pursuit, Scylla returns to port with a gigantic creature on board. Its crew asserts that the sea monster had eaten all the disappeared whales. After a night of ferocious combat, the survivors managed to drag the beast onto the whaling ship. I would like to know what their justification is for thinking this thing ate all the whales, and not that they had just killed all the local population. I mean, I guess Leviathan is pretty monstrous, right? I don't think White's doing very well here. Let's see, there's another room over here.
What happened here?
Ooh, a reconstruction!
Let's start over. Where did they break in from?
Front door.
Blood. Seemed like amateur work.
Probably could have used a hammer or a rock, maybe? Oop.
Someone tall left this footprint. A man, probably.
What is your basis for that? Oh, it's a bear footprint. Okay. I think something screwy's going on here.
This burglar seems to be rather clumsy.
I'm gonna guess there's like some blood or something here that we can't see.
What happened that made the burglar flee before finishing his work?
Elder sign?
What sort of thief leaves his tools at the crime scene?
A bad one. Also, he could have used the crowbar to break that window or to open the door.
Animals?
What even are these? I see a rat and then like a bunch of cockroaches? Oh. Digital style glitching. Not good
Charles Hawkins?
in the early 20th century.
Looks like the symbol rejected Hawkins. Where did I see it?
That means he's evil, right?
What sort of power did Sarah Hawkins' painting possess?
Oh, that doesn't like you either.
Hawkins helped hide something in this safe.
May we see it? Ah.
Drake put in a great deal of effort to hide whatever is in here. Everything is linked to the Sarah Hawkins case.
What are the odds? Okay, oh, apparently we do need our lantern on in here. It's a little darker. Okay, can we have that crowbar, please?
What link did he find between Charles Hawkins and an old
Key
amulet?
of earlier file. This key that bears the Elder Sign is the only one able to protect your psyche. It is in the form of a cylindrical medallion hanging at the end of a heavy chain. Hundreds of years ago, the star and the branch whose purpose is to push back the forces of the Great Old Ones were engraved at its center. Everything points to it being Charles Hawkins that tore it from its last owner, an Egyptian antique dealer. In press cuttings that mention the misdemeanor, the date of the robbery coincides with the last of Hawkins' trips to Cairo. It remains to be seen whether he knows of the true purpose of the artifact. Try to find it. Calling that cylindrical is maybe generous. I would have said circular. Nope. Nope.
Is
Fine,
everyone on this island taking sleeping pills?
Guess we'll take them just in case we start to go crazy, but we will not be using them if at all possible. Fantastic Handbook on Anatomy and Dissection Book 1. The least that can be said about this book is that its title is well conceived. The illustrations of human anatomy and dissection methods presented are illustrated in great detail. You have to have a strong heart or the detachment proper to doctors to consult its pages. It is probably not the greatest endorsement of a book if the best thing you have to say about it is that the title was well chosen. What is that?
A strange amulet. I have a feeling I'd better not touch it.
What am I doing right now? Okay. We have it, so there we go. How are we doing? Well, I think our occultism just leveled up, so that's not bad. We have 0 CP, so moving on. Oh, okay. Can we interact with this? No, because we don't have the combination yet.
Drake left instructions on how to find the combination of his safe.
Alright, let's see. I don't think I'm going to read this whole thing out loud, however. Whoever reads these lines and demonstrates acuity as sharp as mine can hope to gain access to my most precious possession. Pretentious much, Algie? Clues to the combination are found in 3 cylinders, each hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. Okay, each cylinder is numbered. If by chance a person, or should I say a genius, was to match my intellect and find the combination of the safe, I would ask that they deliver its content into the safekeeping of my friend and colleague, Professor Armitage of Miskatonic University. Lovecraft fans will be well familiar with Professor Armitage. Okay, so we're looking for 3 cylinders. Hidden where life and study combine in the Greek world. I hate this man. Alright, let's take a look around. Odds are very good that if we just... Okay. If we just check the bookshelves, now there are a lot of clues.
Arkham editions. Never heard of them.
The Nightmare Lyrics. Okay. Azathoth and Other Horrors.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Well, we're just going to have a look at all of them here. I'll leave those up for a moment so y'all can read the descriptions, because I don't feel like reading all of them out loud.
Another volume by Arkham editions.
Benvenuto Chieti Prodiguera. That's an interesting name.
Arkham editions. Never heard of them.
Yes, you have. This is the fourth one you've looked at. Please stop being surprised by it. Theophilus Widebridge. Imagine growing up by that name.
How many volumes are there in this collection?
Oh, Frisian. Not a common language these days.
Another volume by Arkham editions.
Things that should not be.
Arkham editions. Never heard of them.
Let's see, how many of these are there? Ah, cylinders. Oh, hold it. Ah, an anatomy sketch. And then the cylinders.
Cylinders that Drake tried to hide. I should perhaps listen to them.
Maybe. Maybe. Would you read the book? Yeah, read the book. What book is this?
What does this strange book contain? This book contains
Oh,
unholy knowledge.
It's the Malleus Bestiarum again. We've already read this. Okay, well, we are reading it again. Just leafing through, seeing what these things are. I think that's the Dimensional Shambler, isn't it? Good, now we've got a name to put to the thing that attacked us. That's always ideal.
The Book of Zion is the foundational work behind Helena Blavatsky's Theosophical movement. Its followers place truth on the same footing as a religion.
He just knows that. Pierce is an expert. This book could be as much a fake as irrefutable proof of Blavatsky's sincerity. Well, there's only one way to be sure, and... oh, okay. Apparently we got an achievement for finding occult items. Anyway, the only way to be sure is to go find whatever creature it's alluding to.
Freud's...
Ooh, the interpretation of dreams. Freud was a hack.
It's the work that laid the foundations of psychoanalysis at the beginning of this century.
Don't you credit him. I cannot believe that this theory is applicable to my nightmares, and well, you should not, Pierce. Any more? This bookstore is a dangerous place for a Lovecraftian investigator to be allowed to wander freely and unsupervised.
A kind of chalice.
It seems to be very ancient. It seems to be made of gold and decorated with real precious stones. Do the rubies and sapphires make up a specific motif? Ah, crud. Is that a puzzle? Is that a puzzle I'm supposed to solve? We'll come back to that.
Things are not looking good.
Okay, I was right. Is this a puzzle? Ah. Phonograph. Lamp oil. Okay. Oh, we should top off as long as we're here. Cylinder number 1.
And these red drops, like precious stones, lie fixed, set in divine gold. To be the guardian of the Grail does not protect me from its attractions, Henry. And I do confess it. I am willing to pay to know its secret.
Well, that's the wrong move. Number 2.
I finally understood that we were only pieces on the chessboard of the gods. Let those of us who are still standing protect our White Queen from their dark soldiers. I see our number dwindling, and my will strengthens as my apprehension grows. We shall refuse to be the playthings of destiny.
Noble but futile, my friend. Number 3.
Dear friend, I thank you again for the anthology of the works of Arkham editions that you sent me. Volume 9, Azathoth and Other Horrors, seemed particularly relevant to my research. I never tire of browsing through them.
Okay, I'm not sure Algernon is as smart as he thinks he is, so let us assume...
The Chalice of Knowledge.
Okay, so let's start from this angle, right? So we're going to do a 360 on the goblet here, and I think we'll just count these red ones. 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. We'll count the white pieces on the board here. So it's either 3 or 4, depending on if we're supposed to count the queen or not. I've already forgotten how many were over here.
The Chalice of Knowledge.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Just 5. Okay. 5, 4, and he said volume 9. Did we see volume 9?
What did Drake say? Drake talked about a particular...
Yeah, we know.
So these are the volumes that Drake... What did Drake say about this collection? Drake talked about a particular... So these are the volumes that
Oh my goodness,
What did
Pierce.
Drake say about this collection?
Huh. I don't see volume 9. Okay, well, let's try what we got here. Let's just try the obvious thing first. This should be the combination to the safe. Does anybody else hear that ominous whispering? Nope. Okay. Ah, there we go. We'll try 4. Okay, doesn't like that. Nope. Hang on. Okay, there we go. We are not counting the queen. So either I'm a genius, or Algernon Drake is not as smart as he thinks he is. I will let you, the viewer, decide for yourselves. Go ahead, read it. Just read it out loud. What is the worst that could happen? Ah! Well, that's not ideal. Oh, we made some friends. Run, Pierce.